because we're like it's neutral,
Yeah, it's rolling.
We're not okay. Well, I don't care.
You trying to plan in the middle of it?
I'm the one that edits it.
All right, that's true. 3, 2, 1. Gosh, Parker, that was bad. I think we have to. We don't have our hands up when we've been clapping lately. I think that's the last few episodes have been off because we start hands down and we both go at the same time. And like my arms are a little longer, so it takes me longer.
What are you saying? Wow, my voice cracked.
Yeah, that's how you know you're gonna say something dumb.
Not only was I getting insulted for being shorter than you, but then my voice cracked when I tried to refute it.
I wasn't even saying short. I just had long arms. I was more making fun of myself for having long arms. Okay.
Do your thing.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Side Tangent. It's Jared.
Hey, I'm Parker, and for today's news story, I'd like to tell you about how recently scientists have started tattooing tardigrades. Back to you in the studio, Jared.
Well, started tattooing what?
Tardigrades?
What's that?
Do you know like water bears? Like they're like the little small guys that are invincible to everything. Like they can survive space, they can survive radiation.
This is an animal?
I don't know what they are. It's like I don't know if it's an insect because it's like small. It's like micro.
I'll put a picture on the YouTube thing. Yeah. I don't know what it.
They look just like a molecular water bear, basically.
So they're molecular, and we're tattooing them.
Yes, we use scientists use nanotechnology to tattoo them.
For what? Just because we can.
I just thought they were cool as a kid, and so I was like, "Oh, now they're getting cool."
Now they're getting some street.
Yeah.
That's funny. You know what's funny? I put my hand like this. Almost all the thumbnails on the YouTube videos, I just haven't picked the generic one. It's always like you saying something and me going like this, like laughing. Like I gotta show you. It's like almost every single one. So we need a new pose.
Every video I send you, it's usually me like my eyes are rolling in the back of my head and my tongue is sticking out. So
yeah.
I
don't use those videos.
Thank you.
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. Enjoying that it's not as gray and dreary in Utah as it generally is.
Yeah. Got a little chillier than it needed to be in April, though.
Yeah, but
still not bad. It's
not bad.
Just an observation.
It could do better.
Yesterday we went and watched Thunderbolts opening night.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. If any of you are watching this, I legit top 5 Marvel movie of all time.
Really?
And I'm confident in saying that. Now, I think that's more of a personal opinion, but in all honesty, I think it's the best Marvel movie to come out since Endgame, at least.
Could you tell me your other for context?
Oh, I see. So yeah, I don't have any particular order, but I think Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War are for sure in there.
Absolutely.
See, I have to take away my personal biases. No, I'm actually not. So my personally, Thor Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
I love Thor Ragnarok. Captain America: Winter Soldier, and Thunderbolts. You put me on the spot. I don't know if that's my favorite list, but
then on the spot is honest. I think that's just giving context for people.
Yeah,
because I feel like
let me think
myself, and I would guess a good chunk of people are pretty Marvel fatigued and have been for a while. So, and you've talked about how that's people should be less picky, which I get your argument as well. But either way, either you still love Marvel movies or you're fatigued. Either way, it's good to hear that this kind of feels like a breath of fresh air.
I think Marvel took a step back. I think for a couple different reasons. Everything that happened with Jonathan Majors and them taking a step back from the idea of Kang, and then just the backlash they got from all the shows. I think they were just leveraging the wrong characters and storylines that come with Marvel. It's huge, so there's a lot of different things they can do. I think now that I think Fantastic Four and Thunderbolt, I think these are always part of the plan, but I think they took a step back. They did Deadpool Wolverine, which I thought was a step in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it a lot. Some people have critics about it. And then Thunderbolts was like, okay, I think they caught their stride again. They took a few steps back with some of their projects after Endgame. I think No Way Home was good. Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, kind of a step back, and then it kind of just kept going down. Thunderbolts was like, oh, if this is the stuff they're doing from now on, I'm really excited for what they're going to put. And giving me a lot of hope for Fantastic Four also. Which, yeah.
Right.
I really like
that. That's good to hear.
Also, we got to see Star Wars Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you guys did too. It's the best Star Wars movie.
That like, I'm gonna have a very proud. I don't know. This might be a controversial take, but I feel like I've been falling out of love with Star Wars for a long time,
Yeah,
and I think it's mostly because of the fans. Because, like, uh, if people like the original trilogy, then younger people like ourselves find it boring and like it was made in the 70s. People like you and I, our generation, we like the prequel trilogies because we grew up with it. But then the older guys think that it's dumb, and then like the older generation and us both dislike the sequel trilogy. But the kids who grew up watching it are going to like it. And it feels like there's always a huge group. Like the majority of people hate whatever you watch, and whenever I watch any Star Wars media, I feel like I had to form in my mind an argument of why I'm watching it and why I like it.
Yeah.
But you know what? Watching Star Wars 3 this weekend, not weekend, recently,
Right.
I was like, you know what? I like it.
Yeah,
it's way better than I remember.
I think Empire Strikes Back is the universal, like everyone considers it the best. But I'm like, after watching that one, I'm like, nah, Revenge of the Sith is good. But I do realize the only reason why it's good is because of we know what happens in Empire Strikes Back and stuff.
But I also feel like the main thing that determines what Star Wars stuff you like is nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. A Star Wars fan once explained it to me, and I think this is why it's okay to like Revenge of the Sith, is that the original trilogy is like a good story told well. The prequel trilogy is an amazing story told horribly.
Yeah.
And then the sequel trilogy is a terrible story but told really well.
Yeah, I like that.
So there's pros and cons for all of them.
I've decided to give the sequels a break because the situation of which it was made, like one director started it, different director did the second movie, first director came back, and so I feel like they had to piece together a story. Yeah. And it was around the time the Endgame came out, and I think it was unashamedly. What's the word I'm looking for? Maybe it is unashamedly, but I just think it like eventually. I think Disney was just cutting its losses and being like, we just need to make as much money as we can.
It absolutely was.
So and I think they know that. I feel like I think we've all accepted that. So I give it a break. It's fine. Whatever. It's not my favorite.
That's what and like
the hate is just like it's in the past.
I don't know. This is what always annoys me at Star Wars fans. As someone who used to be a huge Star Wars fan, but now I feel like I can't hang with them anymore. It's because just like the intensity of the hate is so extreme. It's like we should all be used to crappy Star Wars stuff at this point. Like we can all like everyone's trying their best. Like it's not,
and it's not honestly. It's not like any of the Star Wars movies had like fantastic acting or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, even the originals, they weren't like amazing. Now the originals were like groundbreaking in their own way. The special effects stuff like never been done like that before. But like that's why I was talking to our friend yesterday about this. Like it's funny to me when people complain about like I'll use anime movies like Naruto movies and One Piece movies. Like people complain about like them not being canon. But for me, I think it's just fun to have content of like just having more content of like intellectual properties that I like. So like Star Wars stuff, like I feel like Star Wars fans should be happy that there's any kind of content still being made of this like franchise that you like. And like I appreciate that about all the anime movies and stuff. Like that's why my opinion about Marvel, because I like the franchise, I like the world, and any kind of content. Like there's some of the shows I still haven't watched, but I just enjoy it because it's nice to have like add more to this franchise that I like, even if it's not amazing. It doesn't have to blow me away every time, but I just think it's a happier way to live if you just enjoy the freaking movie.
And like if
the sequels, they suck, but just enjoy like some kind of the lightsaber fights, some of the fights.
Like I was like, because this whole time I've had this thought that like I like it, but everyone hates it because it's terrible. But watching, I was like, this is not, obviously not the best dialogue, but not as bad as I remember it being. I was like, no, this is pretty emotional. There's like stakes and the fighting's great.
You're talking about the sequels right now, right? What are you talking about right now?
I'm talking about the prequels.
Okay.
But I'm sure whenever I get to around watching the sequels again, I'll think the same thing. But like, when we watched it in theaters, it was great. Yes. I loved every second of it. Like,
this will be my argument, and I've told you this before, but this is my argument for why the prequels are the best of the three trilogies. One reason only is that they have more lightsabers. The lightsaber is what separates Star Wars from being freaking Star Trek, and we need more. We need more. Like the originals and the sequels. What, like Let me count. 5 lightsabers altogether.
And it was like still when they had like, because George Lucas thought they should be heavy, so you'd have 2 hands and you're just like slowly moving them around.
Yeah, the choreography
Choreography.
choreography was different back then. I'll give that a break. That's, times change, things change, but like we need more lightsabers. It's the best part of Star Wars. The lightsabers on the Force, the Jedi are, and there's not. I mean, the sequels have plenty of Jedi. Originals and sequels have 3. Is it 3?
Something, I don't know. Well, they keep like retconning that, so there's more. At this point,
Oh, that's right, because Ahsoka's out there somewhere.
And like the Jedi Survivor video games and like the Star Wars Rebel, but majority are still gone.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think to show us more lightsabers, it's what we want. It's like the same. I look at it like I look at Pacific Rim. I want to see giant robots fight giant monsters. I want to see lightsabers.
Yeah,
like
that's fine.
Give us lightsabers. That's all we want.
I agree.
That's my rant about Star Wars.
No, I
enjoy the content, but I have my critiques.
No, I think we're both the same way, where everyone needs to chill, and it's okay to like whatever Star Wars you want.
Yeah. Nice. Dude, let's just dive right into the thing that we know that this is on everyone's mind right now. We had a long conversation about it at lunch today.
We did.
Okay. Popular question: 100 guys versus 1 gorilla, and I think it's safe to say me and Parker were die-hard gorilla wins 100%. And I think we've both come to the conclusion that it's still the gorilla that would win 100%. No, I'm kidding.
I would. Okay, so here's the thing. Is it just whenever people argue to me about the reasons why 100 guys could kill a gorilla, it just shows to me both the hubris and the stupidity of like people as a group. Because the things they talk about, they just talk about like what humans can do and like the human spirit and stuff, which is all things I believe in.
Right.
But I'm like, I just don't think it applies here. But unfortunately, because generally, in my opinion, for anything, I base it on history and stuff like that. So I've been looking at a history of guerrilla attacks, and unfortunately, I gotta throw in the towel and admit that probably 100 guys, if they knew what was happening, could defeat a gorilla. Yeah. I still think like if you got 100 people in one random room and threw in a gorilla, there would be mass chaos and just law of averages. People would be not smart enough and not strong enough. But if everyone knew what was going on, they'd probably win.
Yeah, that's a good point. If you had a bunch of people that knew they were about to fight a gorilla, even if they didn't have any prep time, they knew they were about to fight it, and everyone actually tried to fight the gorilla, I do think that they win. But I do think a lot more people die than like some of these other arguments are claiming. Like,
no, I agree.
And I think we both overestimated the ability of a gorilla. I thought gorillas were one bigger than they actually are, and strong, and then more, and then the endurance thing does play a huge factor into it.
But here's something I didn't think of is that I think the most famous recent gorilla attack is Harambe.
Mm-hmm.
And as we know, he like grabbed the kid by the leg or something, was dragging him around. And all the other recent gorilla attacks I looked at was the same. They attacked the same way. I don't know if that's like the main.
The same kid?
No, but they grabbed one person and dragged them. So I don't know. Like the one I saw is Bokito. Oh wow! I thought he was what? Wow. Okay. So Bokito is a gorilla in Berlin, and in 2007 there was this lady, I guess, who like kept staring at him almost every day and like making him angry, but she's like, no, it's okay, we have a connection with him. And then also a bunch of kids were throwing rocks at Bokito, and he got angry, jumped the fence into and like landed in it sounded like a cafe or something. A restaurant, yeah. He landed into a restaurant.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez. He attacked a woman, dragging her around. Again, just like Harambe. He dragged her around, and while he was dragging her, he inflicted, oh my gosh, okay, more than 100 bite wounds. I don't know if that was on her or other people. I feel like she would have died if it was 100 bite wounds on her.
Yeah, it couldn't have been. Because did she die? There's no way.
Let me see. I thought she had, but by the looks of that, it looks like she survived. It does. I'm not seeing. I mean, I'm just looking on Wikipedia. So what do I know? I don't think he killed her. There's no way he didn't kill her. Let's see. Attacked woman, dragging her around 10 meters and inflicting bone fractures as well as more than 100 bite wounds. He didn't kill her. Even worse.
Wow, that right there, that is not even close then.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? Like, that's just that one. Maybe Bokito was just a crappy gorilla.
Maybe he was. But I think the thing that hurt it for me is every attack I've seen, and there's not that many. Apparently there's only 3 pre-2000 of recorded gorilla attacks. They're not that aggressive towards humans. It's almost always like humans instigating the fight. But their main way that they attack is by dragging the person. And you can only do that one at a time, maybe 2.
It almost seems like a closer fight would be like 100 guys versus like a Kodiak bear.
I'm glad you asked that. Because we are starting everyone's favorite show, Parker's Deadliest Animals.
This is the first time okay.
No.
New segment.
Okay, well, first off, I'm going to talk about specific individual animals.
Okay.
But before we get into that, what do you think is the deadliest animal in history?
Do we as humans count?
We do count.
Is it us?
No.
How's it not? Is it a venomous animal? Is it bacteria, like a germ?
No,
is that a trick question? Or?
No. I mean, it's kind of a trick question.
One second. I can think of this. Is it a spider? A kind of spider?
You're getting closer.
Okay. It's a bug then.
Yeah. I don't know why I hesitated.
It's a bug. My guess is going to be some kind of like centipede-like animal that is venomous.
No,
is it a spider
version.
though?
It's not a spider. I'm just saying, it's a mosquito.
Just a mosquito?
Mosquitoes.
Well, it's cheating because it's just using blood and breeding germs.
I think that is the main thing. Okay, so we're going from top to bottom. This is according to the World Health Organization. Apparently, I don't know what year, so this is probably out of date. But mosquitoes kill 725,000 people a year. Humans kill 475,000. That kind of seems like lowballing it, but whatever. Snakes in general, 50,000. Dogs, if they have rabies, 25,000. I thought that said testes fly.
Is that you said snakes were next?
Snakes underneath humans.
Well, how many did they kill?
50,000 a year.
Well, that is a huge drop off.
That is a huge drop off. And it continues to kind of drop off from there.
So it goes from 400,000 to 50,000.
To 50,000.
Wow.
And then dogs with rabies is half of that. And then underneath that, it looks like the testes fly. I've never seen that before. 10,000.
Maybe similar to a mosquito where it just spreads germs.
Assassin bug, 10,000. Freshwater snail, 10,000 a year. Freshwater snails kill people? What's a freshwater snail? How is that different than normal snail? Roundworm, 22,500. Tapeworm, 2,000. Crocodile, 1,000. Hippo, 500 a year. Elephant, 100 a year. That's surprising.
I'm surprised crocodiles kill 1,000 people a year.
I am, yeah, but I'm also.
How many people are by crocodile? Maybe it's around the world, I guess, but like.
I guarantee it's mostly Florida.
Just people thinking they can.
Actually, I don't know. What's the difference between crocodile and alligator?
I think crocodiles get bigger. I know their snouts are a little bit different, but they're pretty much the same animal.
So yeah, lion is 100, wolf is 10 a year, and shark is 10 a year.
It's only 10 a year for sharks. Interesting.
Yeah, that's crazy. But that's just species. I want you. We're going to talk about specific, like named animals.
Like one with a name.
One with a name, like an individual animal with the highest body count. First off, before we get into it, what species do you think the number one animal is?
Well, you talked about this conversation started with bear, so I'm gonna guess bear.
No.
Okay, I say no. Give me some. Give us more chances. Is it a mammal?
It is a mammal.
Okay. Is it a canine?
No.
Is it like an ape?
No.
Okay, give me one more guess. Is it like is it like a big cat?
Yes.
Okay. Is it a tiger?
It is a tiger.
Okay, a tiger named.
Well, it's called the.
Wait, no. Let me figure out.
It doesn't have a name.
You said a named animal.
Okay, it has a name, but it's not. They don't name it like Jerry or something. I'm saying like, it's given a title, but it's like like the I don't know, like Jigsaw or so. It's given kind of like a serial killer sounding name, but it's not.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, okay. Well,
So it's like the Zodiac killer. Is that what you're thinking?
yes, that was what I'm thinking. It's like given like the
Okay,
blink tiger.
just tell me because I
You
don't
won't
even
get it.
know.
It's the Champawat, Champawat, the Champawat tiger.
How many? The Chumpawat.
Champawat tiger because
It sounds like the name that someone was like yelling right before it attacked them. It was like, "What is it? What is it? Chumpawat!
because
Chumpawat!"
it was attacking in the Champawat district in Nepal.
Oh,
In the 1900s, 1907, and her total kill count is 436 humans.
oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Crazy.
So that's the one animal that has the highest kill count.
Highest. I mean, we have other ones we'll talk about, but that's definitely she has the
Champawat.
highest one. Champawat tiger, 436. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And not. I've heard some people say that they feel like they could kill a lion or a tiger.
No, Jeffrey, I know you watch this episode every single time. You are not killing a lion. You're not killing a lion. We'll have you on the show sometime so you can defend yourself. You're not killing a lion. That's ridiculous.
436. And this is like, because you would think like, oh, maybe she was just attacking like at night, like one person at a time. She would go into villages in the middle of the daylight and just start getting people. Her last kill, rather tragically, was a 16-year-old girl, and this called a hunter named Jim Corbett. I don't know how to say it. Apologies. He followed the blood trail and finally killed the tiger after 436 deaths. And they found that the tiger had like her lower canine teeth had been like broken or something. So basically, it made it that she couldn't eat her normal prey, so she had to eat something softer.
Oh my gosh.
Ergo, humans.
Okay.
So like she was like permanently disfigured. In
what
the
is
teeth.
their normal prey?
Well, I assume like
I guess I'm sure those
something.
animals have stronger hides and stuff. And...
Yeah, something like that. That was his guess. Is that let's see. The specific quote was, "This permanent injury had prevented her from killing her natural prey and had been the cause of her becoming a man-eater." That's pretty crazy.
Watch out! Oh, here she comes.
So
watch out, boy! She'll chew you.
How many
up.
humans do you think it would take to kill a tiger, based off that?
Bare hands.
Bare hands.
Tigers are strong too. They're fast and strong.
I won't say it's this tiger specifically.
It'll take more than 100 guys. The tiger. It'll be harder to kill a tiger than the gorilla for sure.
Yes, I agree.
For sure,
I agree.
Oh geez, dude, I don't know. Like it's the same thing where if everyone's attacking, maybe 100 guys could do it. But I would. Tigers are so strong. I'm going to play it safe. Go 200 guys.
Okay, I think that's a safe bet.
Well, it's tough because this thing didn't kill. It killed 400 people, so I'm like, there's no way it's killing 100. Maybe 100 still.
But and like I know it was like not 400 people at once, but the tiger would go into villages with a lot of people.
Yeah.
So this tiger was not unaccustomed to like crowds of people.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go a little bit more than 100 to pay some respect to this tiger.
Mm-hmm.
Like game recognizes game, so I'm gonna go 150. Game, like I'm game, like I am the deciding factor here. But no, I think 150 to play it safe with a lot of casualties.
Absolutely,
a lot of casualties.
Disagree with us if you want.
But you're wrong.
Well,
you're wrong.
I am though. Like we were already proven wrong with the gorilla thing, so we're not disinclined to listen to counter arguments. So
yeah.
Please comment if you think we're.
Is disinclined a word?
I sure hope so.
Did you just make that up?
I think it's real. Since I'm already on the computer, disinclined. Disinclined, yeah.
Okay, well,
I learned it from Pirates of the Caribbean when he says I'm disinclined to act. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean there. Maybe we shouldn't be talking about stuff like this because we obviously don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, well, at least
I don't.
No,
you seem to know your stuff.
I'm just lying. Another big one was Gustav the crocodile.
How many? What's his body count? His
body count is rumored to be around 200 and 300 people. Though,
wow.
Like more only like once where there's documentation of it's around 60. So it's a big drop off. rumored to be around 200, 300, but we know only about 60.
Um, is this crocodile? Is crocodile or alligator?
Nile crocodile.
Is it abnormally bigger than other crocodiles, or is this one just? It's just this one was just more aggressive.
It's let's see, exact length and weight are unknown. Uh, some person who saw it said, let's see, that Gustav could be more than 200 feet long, weigh more than 2,000 pounds. He's estimated to be over 60 years old and still growing.
He's still alive?
We don't know. The last time he was seen was
Godzilla.
2009. We have not seen him since. And it was rumored in 2019 that he was killed, but that's still not been confirmed.
That's terrifying.
That is terrifying. He has scars all over his body, 3 bullet wounds in his body as well.
It's like Ruby from Ice Age 3, The Meltdown, or Dawn of the Dinosaur. Hello, Ruby.
That's totally what. Oh, see, your intuition was correct. He's uncommon. He's of an uncommon size and weight, so he's just apparently way bigger.
That makes more sense.
Oh, despite frequently being referred to as a man-eater, he will sometimes leave his victims' corpses uneaten, so he just likes killing.
That's terrifying.
That is terrifying. I don't know if that's true. That part seems a little shady, but that's crazy.
Did you ever watch River Monsters?
No, I didn't.
It was the show that this guy would he would go to like different countries and like find like there's like a urban legend of like giant creatures in the rivers and stuff, and so there'd be like a giant stingray, a giant snapping turtle, giant kind of fish, giant kind of piranha and stuff. And like I think he would like it if you look at videos and stuff. Like so he would do his research on the kind of animal it might be and then like fish for it. And he caught the reason why the show got canceled is because he caught all these river monsters.
I was terrified where this was going.
No, he's alive.
Okay.
He didn't die via the show.
Yeah.
But that could be false because I'm thinking about did he find this crocodile? Maybe he didn't try to look for crocodiles. Maybe that's a little too dangerous for him.
I know the other thing though, because there's been several attempts to capture Gustav, but there's like an ongoing, like there's a war going on around it, like a civil conflict. So it's also just like it's dangerous just to go in there in general. So
you know what you might have just done right now, dude? Remember when we first started the show, we had an animal of the week. You might have just brought it back.
We're just talking about.
We went from Neil the Seal to. Yeah,
love Neil the Seal.
Shout out Neil the Seal if you're watching, please join our show. Just have a seal in the back, or Seal the singer.
Seal this,
baby. I'm sure he gets that joke.
That sounds great. Well, I mean, with that we can save the other man-eaters for later.
Okay.
We can just have an ongoing existentialism.
Is there an animal like I'm not talking about like I know I have this thing about praying mantises, but I'm talking about like a legit like you're legit like scared of them like hurting you. Like which animal scares you the most? For me, it's bears. Like when all the bear encounters you have, that would freak me out a lot.
I'm not as scared of bears now, just since I've encountered them so often.
Yeah.
And I feel like I know what to do. Though if all the stuff I do, like bear spray and just staying away from them fails, and then I am suddenly being attacked by a bear, I'll get scared.
Oh yeah, a lot of these animals I'd be terrified.
I would say I have a respect for it, where it's not fear, but it's like I will stay so far away from bears.
Yeah.
I know, like for a long time, I was really not scared, but like concerned around cats, except for Winston, of course.
What the heck?
Because they apparently like can give diseases to people if you're young.
Yeah.
I think statistically, I know won't apply to me.
I'm sure, like, because Winston we got at like a clinic and stuff, and I think they give them shots and stuff, and so
which is
that and
fine.
Like a lot of cats nowadays, I think are indoor cats, but I get that if it's like an outdoor cat that goes who knows where.
It's more like when I meet a random cat in the streets.
Yeah,
everyone else is like, "Oh, it's so cute." I'm like, but if I know a lot of people are scared about birds, which I get. I don't think I'm really scared.
There's some birds. Birds are freaky, but they're not my like top of the list.
Yeah,
but like swan and geese, those are terrifying.
Geese are so
scary.
Oh yeah.
Wow. I got chased by a couple one time.
We may have brought this up in another episode, but in China they use geese as like
Guard dogs and
guard
stuff.
dogs.
Yeah. We did talk about this.
That's crazy. It makes sense. I would have to say probably rabid dogs, or
Yeah.
just stray dogs because
Talk about disease and like you just don't
disease,
viciousness.
and like there's not a large amount of them in America, but like in Guatemala when I was there, there's just packs of them everywhere, and I've heard
Yeah.
like in just like a lot of the rest of the world, it's like huge packs of ravenous dogs that will attack you, and that's I think it's more the number. If it's like one big animal,
Yeah.
I feel like I can avoid it, but a lot of them,
And that honestly contributes to the gorilla argument.
yeah,
Which like the numbers thing. You just
I
can't.
keep shooting myself in the foot. With
Yeah,
that
I know.
argument.
I'm saying I was team gorilla, but it's just like I think I underestimate how much 100 people are.
Yeah,
Like that's a big number, and so
that's a good point.
gotta throw the towel on that one.
Yeah.
No, that's a valid one though. Dogs. When I lived in Samoa, that was a big fear because there's stray dogs everywhere. And so, like, yeah, you're kind of, especially because I was a little kid when I lived there, my mom was always worried that dogs, nothing ever happened to me. Like, I think I got bit one time by a dog.
But that happens, especially to kids,
Right.
everywhere. Yeah,
because they're weak,
because
they can't handle it. Switching the subject here before we close.
Okay.
I know you haven't seen To Be Hero X, but I just want to plug it in. I just want to get on camera saying right now, whenever the anime awards come around for this year, To Be Hero X will win Anime of the Year. Clock me saying that. Chat, clip that. We're not live
streaming. You want to give like a little elevator pitch for people who don't know it?
To Be Hero X. It's if you like My Hero Academia, I think you could vibe with the show a little bit. It's a Chinese dog. If I can pronounce it wrong, I'm sorry. Donghua, and so it's a Chinese manga pretty much, and it's made by a Japanese studio, I think.
Oh, so kind of.
It's kind of like Solo Leveling, yeah. But the whole show is in 3D animation until they start fighting a series, and like if fight gets really serious, then it switches to 2D animation.
Love it.
But the sense of the show is that this world, kind of like My Hero Academia, where being a superhero is an occupation, but people receive their powers by the more trust the public has in them, and so like they just gain more power if people trust them more. And so it's kind of interesting because it gives the heroes a reason to keep being a hero, because if you keep doing things to lose trust in people, or for people to lose trust in you, then you'll get weaker. So it's kind of cool, and I won't get into too much about like how the story goes, but like it's a unique story. I like the 3D to 2D animation thing, and the story itself is just very compelling. Clock it right now. I'm saying it right here on camera until a different anime comes out that I change my mind and take back everything I said. But as of right now, I think To Be Hero X will be Anime of the Year. 4 episodes in, by the way, as I'm saying this.
With that logic of the world, I'm trying to think of who would be the most trustworthy person in currently.
Oh, true.
I mean, they passed away, but Mr. Rogers would be so powerful.
Jesus. No, I'm kidding. Oh, I won't say that. I did say it, but yeah, Bob Ross.
All these guys are just so powerful that they'll resurrect with the To Be a Hero.
You know who honestly would have? I think John Cena.
No, that's like legit. No,
legit,
that's a good one
for kids that believed in wrestling and stuff. Yeah. Like they probably like idolized John Cena and just.
If they don't address it in that show, they should, because like wrestling, that's a really interesting thing.
Yeah.
Like how many kids. Is Santa real in that universe? I don't know.
Oh, I was just about to bring up like a fake Santa might get accidental powers by the trust in them.
Yeah.
Interesting question. Like today's day and age, who's the most trustworthy human all over the world? Now it's not a lot. It's probably like compared to the number of people in the world, there's probably not anyone that has like a significant number, but oh geez, who?
But I also feel like YouTubers that are more cozy, like who's the camping one you like?
Oh, Luke from Outdoor Boys.
Yeah.
I love Luke from Outdoor Boys.
I could see him getting powers.
Oh, he's a member of the church. You know that? Yeah, he served a mission in Japan. Oh. Hey, Luke from Outdoor Boys, if you ever watch this, come join our show. We're in Utah, not in Alaska, unfortunately. Yeah, maybe. People like, yeah, I do think like, Steve Irwin would have had a lot of people.
I feel like his kids right now would be pretty powerful right now.
I love their family. I love watching stuff about them. They're an awesome family. I saw one where Robert Irwin, his son, a girl asked for his number and he declined, but he said it in like the nicest way possible. Then I'm like, I
Love
want
it.
your number now. But no, they're just cool people. I know, like his oldest daughter, she won Dancing with the Stars.
Whoa.
But now Robert, I think, is going to be on it next. So
Love it.
if the Irwin family just kills it on Dancing with the Stars,
Pommel horse guy from this most recent Olympics. Forget his name.
pommel horse.
Yeah.
What's that?
The like.
Oh, the guy that was on Dancing with the Stars.
Yes, I forgot his
I didn't
name
think about that.
tragically.
Oh, you know who probably has a lot of power? The Turkish shooter.
Oh
I'm
my
sure everyone's like,
gosh.
I would trust that guy with my life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he
Absolutely.
definitely he gets.
He'd be like
back.
the sharpshooter from My Hero.
Oh, snipe shot or the girl, Lady Nanjit.
Either or.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, that'd be sick. It's a good point with today's day and age because like it has to like people like Mr. Beast might.
Oh, Mr. Beast absolutely would. Did I tell you that I met him once and guess what I said? Nothing.
You met Mr. Beast?
Mhm.
Where?
In Moab, Utah. We passed him and his group on the trail. I went, they all they glared at, it looked like they glared at me. Probably they were just tired from a hike and they were like, oh, I don't want to deal with someone. But that look told me everything I needed to know and I said nothing.
There's I don't think you know this YouTuber. His name's Big Dawes TV.
Mm-mm.
I don't think he makes videos as much anymore. I haven't seen it, but it was at the height of when like he would go on college campuses and like prank people and stuff. So he was at
Was he
BYU.
the one that would ask people's numbers? And he was like famous for that?
No.
Oh, okay.
He was just like mess with people. Like one time he went to UVU and he goes like, "Hey, can I have your library card?" He was pretending to be a librarian. He goes, "Get out of my library." So it's that guy. And so he has like a whole team, and they were on BYU's campus. And so like he has a girl, I don't remember her name, but there's like a girl that he films with. And so like I was like walking in BYU's campus one day, and I like my friend was talking to me. I was like looking, I was like, that girl looks so familiar. I don't know why. It was her. And then I went to the library, and Big Dawes walked past me, and I'm like, I should have said something.
He almost asked for your library card. That's crazy.
I know. And so I saw the video, and they were just making. I mean, obviously it's BYU, so they were, kind of going into some of the. It was funny. It was hilarious. But I'm so glad they didn't stop me because I'm like, oh man, I think I would have given them away. So I thought I was doing them a favor. I'm like, I'm not going to give this guy away. I'm just going to keep walking, not say anything. In actuality, I was afraid. So that's Big Dawes. If you see this, I would like a redo and say hi. Love his videos.
Because I feel like if I'd ever meet some famous person, we now have evidence that I would do this. I wouldn't want them to feel overwhelmed with.
I'm the same way too. Unless there's like a quick opportunity to be like, hey, like nice to meet you, like just say so the quick picture. Like I wouldn't hate to be an inconvenience to someone.
Exactly. I also just feel like I'd be afraid in that moment. So
yeah. Even though they're just like I like to imagine like myself if I was famous, like I would like to, like if I were a famous person, I would like to make time for people, but I can see how that can get hard, especially when you just sometimes you have places to be.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the paparazzi. I hate seeing videos where celebrities get mad and then people get mad at the celebrity for being mad. I'm like, what are we doing here?
I don't
like it's just like you're surrounding their car
and like flashing lights and stuff and yelling. And...
Like I feel bad, and there's nothing we can do about it because you can't really make a law. It's freedom of speech. You're out in public. But yeah, talk about a profession I would never go in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, should we call it good?
Yeah, I like it.
Hey. If you guys think the gorilla wins, you're wrong. Okay, me and Parker have humbly decided to throw in the towel, to admit defeat. You're wrong.
But please prove. I so desperately think the gorilla should win.
Yeah.
Please prove me wrong. Please.
Yeah. Someone
give
us hope back.
Yeah.
Also, Jeffrey, I cannot stress this enough. I know you're gonna watch this episode. You cannot kill a lion. And when we have you guys on the episode, you can try to argue it. You can't kill a lion by yourself. It's impossible. You're not doing it. Okay. Love you guys. Have a good one. Peace.
Bye.